Is it wise to invest in IPOs? Hi, I'm Vivekanandan, a certified financial planner helping people like you to transform financial lives. Last 1 year, if you take, people have this trend in investing IPOs. And to be precise, there are 90 companies, those who have come for IPO, and close to 68,000 plus crore is the size of this IPOs. So just before we consider IPO investment, let's look at the corporate journey. Means from the company formation till IPO. If we know how at various stages these company come across, that will help us to understand how to invest, where to invest, and what is the potential of earnings. IPO is the final stage. Okay, when the company is ready to go for public after getting all the necessary approvals from the regulators, they get listed in the stock exchange. So that's the time where we come to know about this IPO because the company releases the advertisement in various channels and also in the newspaper. And as a retail investor, we will come to know what is the price band, and we apply. And based on the lottery or the company decision, we get the stocks, means the company's shares. And why we invest? Two reasons. One, because we know the valuation is right, and we also expect a substantial growth in the that particular stock. So this is the primary reason why we consider IPOs. But let's look at step by step. So just before IPO, if you look at, there is a stage called pre-IPO or unlisted. So this is the area where it is traded in a private market. So as a retail customer, or most probably all these PMS, that is portfolio management companies and other broking companies, they work on this private market. So they come to know that this particular company is ready for IPO. So what they do is they just go at the early stage, they buy from that particular shareholders, and they retain these shares, and they wait for the IPO launch, and they anticipate a good growth, and they sell it. So this pre-IPO or unlisted time, you can also participate, but it has to be not in the retail front, it has to be slightly on the higher side. If you look at PMS, it comes with 50 lakh as a ticket size. A particular portfolio manager uses the opportunity to understand the company's strength, and they also book the pre-IPO stage shares. The one step before that is called private placement. So private placement is the place, a time where the angel investors, institutional investors, or venture capitalists, they come to know that there is a company which is emerging. They have a novel idea, and very soon they are going to be in the market, and they anticipate a solid growth for this company. So they invest, probably for the reason for growth, or probably to clear the debts. So that way there is investors, even HNI investors or ultra HNI, through AIF, that is alternative investment funds, they invest in this private placement time. So that's the time where they buy the shares from the shareholders, and they wait for the opportunity in the market just before the launch or after the launch. They sell these shares and they make a big profit, not like a normal retail customers or a broking customers. They make huge profit out of these investments. Of course, this comes with a risk, but they know all these studies, they know all the companies fundamentals, they know what is the potential for this market. They have done enough study on that. So that's the private placement stage. And just before that is the company formation, where the company, the shareholders or the promoters, they start the company, they form, they come with a novel business idea, and they create the number of shares based on the valuation of the company, and that's the inception. So the company, from the formation stage to private placement, then pre-IPO unlisted type, then finally the IPO. So imagine if we are a retail customer, we are in the final stage. But if we are a smart customer, or if we are a smart investor, we would like to take more benefits out of these companies, then we can consider through PMS during the pre-IPO stage. Or if you are also willing to invest in 1 crore plus through AIF, then we can also take part during the private placement stage, because these are the stages where you get a lot of opportunities to make big money. I will tell you, recent days, if you take a Tata Capital to LG Electronics, HDB Financial, Muthoot Fincorp, a lot of companies have been participated in IPO, and there is all oversubscribed. So as a smart investor or as a HNI investor, if you also know all these areas, you can also make huge returns. But of course, all the investments are subject to market risk. So for more details, for such kind of clarity in your investments or the opportunity, you can always reach VV Abundance. We are there to guide you step by step. Thank you.